Good morning. Today our presentation will compare and contrast performance assessments. Whether you're looking to hire and develop top performers, identify high potential employees and future leaders, address performance issues, or build more collaborative and productive teams, personality assessments can be an invaluable tool. Cassoni, 2017. Performance assessments can be used to gain a better understanding of people individually and in group dynamics. Assessments analyze many different aspects, such as strengths, weaknesses, characteristics, styles, while also measuring traits and behaviors. This can give great insight to the company and help assist with job matching and make your company more efficient, productive, and profitable. Most companies have teams or groups that work together in the organization, and understanding group dynamics is important to success. The group needs to be working towards the success of the organization and working together towards the end goal, seeing the bigger picture to accomplish the objective. In our presentation, as we compare and contrast the different performance assessments, we will look at both the individual and group applications of these assessments and explain just how these can benefit not only the individuals and teams, but also the entire organization. Chand, no date. Why is personality so important? Moving people with the right personality through your organization can positively affect every aspect of your business. As Virgin Mobile CEO Richard Branson put it, most skills can be learned, but it is difficult to train people on their personality. Because of this, matching your employees' personalities with the right roles early on can set them and your organization up for success. Owens, 2015. Now, another key question to ask yourself is just how to find the right fit of personalities for your organization. This is where personality tests and assessments come into play. They are an invaluable tool in considering just what personality traits are important to your organization. There are so many great assessments out there. Today, we will be highlighting 3 different assessments. We will explain each one, outlining the benefits, goals, and values they bring to the organization. The Standout Assessment was created to help you uncover your edge, which will bring success at work. Just how does this assessment measure that? The creators researched many themes and combinations, and came up with 9 strength roles: advisor, connector, creator, equalizer, influencer, pioneer, provider, stimulator, and teacher. After choosing the roles, they formulated questions and responses geared towards measuring and assessing what your top 2 strength roles would be. Upon learning the roles, there are tips and advice on how to utilize them, and how you can put those strengths to use in the workplace. These roles will give you an edge at work, and combining them is where you have the advantage over others. Now, this test is a situational judgment test, which means that it is timed and gives you choices of real-world scenarios, which prompts you to pick your first snap judgment. The unique part about this assessment is that the results show how others perceive you, which can be a great asset in the workplace. Buckingham, 2015. Sustained success comes only when you take what's unique about you and figure out how to make it useful. Buckingham, 2015. The Standout 2.0 assessment was developed by Marcus Buckingham and Courtney McCashland. Study and research led them to the 9 named strength roles. To prove the stability and reliability of this assessment, a chi-square and test-retest analysis of mean role levels was conducted. A random sample of participants took the assessment twice, 7 months apart. As the numbers show, all strength roles had significant chi-square results. McCashland, 2015. This means that it was more than coincidence that the same strength roles appeared within the top 3 roles for the random sample participants on both occasions. The LMAP 360 is an assessment taken by leaders and gives a full circle view by self-assessment and feedback from others. The focus is on feedback and how feedback results compare with research on leadership effectiveness, Warren, 2017. This 360 assessment gives the perspective of your coworkers and how they perceive your behaviors. This gives insight to personality, along with your strengths and weaknesses. After going over the report with a coach and discussing feedback, that feedback can be used to find your best self. To be effective, it requires teamwork and follow-up. That will drive leadership development, improvement, and overall success for the organization. Warren, 2017. LMAP 360 is designed to inspire leaders and raise their interconnectedness. It measures interpersonal behaviors, competency, experience, and intellect, and is unique in its measurement of personality traits linked to leadership effectiveness, whilst its personalized narrative reports are designed specifically to emulate a coaching conversation. B. 2012. The purpose of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, Personality Inventory is to make the theory of psychological types described by C.G. Jung understandable and useful in people's lives. The Myers-Briggs Foundation, 2018. This is unique in that it sorts for preferences of 4 dichotomies from Jung's theory and highlights the 16 personality types that manifest from the preferences and interactions. The Myers-Briggs Foundation, 2018. This has been around for a long time and used often in companies. Wikipedia describes the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator Assessment as a psychometric questionnaire designed to measure psychological preferences and how people perceive the world and make decisions. It is based on 8 characteristics, 4 pairs of seemingly opposed traits. Discovery Report, 2014. Extroversion, introversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, perception are all the opposing trait pairs connected with this assessment. Understanding and mapping personalities will guide your company towards effective integration of team members. The MBTI can help reduce unproductive, interpersonal, and intra-organizational conflict. Project and unit members can assess the strengths and blind spots of their team in a non-judgmental, non-threatening way. Individuals can use the MBTI to evaluate the fit between themselves and their jobs. Midwest Consulting Group, 2018. MBTI has been shown to be as good as or better than other instruments. Individuals retested are 75% to 90% likely to be scored within 3 to 4 of the same type preferences as the first assessment. Most changes occur in areas where the clarity was low on the first test. Reliabilities remain fairly consistent amongst ethnicities and age groups, with the thinking-feeling pairing being the most unreliable. The lowest reliability has been found amongst children. Lawrence and Martin, 2001. It is important to remember to have someone certified administer and score these tests to help ensure as much reliability as possible. When it comes to the how of finding the right personalities in your office, psychometric tests are an organization's best tool. Owens, 2015. Many of the personality tests are based upon the Big Five theory, and as with most of these assessments, they delve into personality, character, traits, and preferences. While there are many similarities of these assessments, they all show insight of a person. There are pros and cons to all of them, but they are each different tools that offer a look into a tricky subject, the differences in human personality. Now, these assessments can all be similar but measure different things. Some measure personality against situations, some measure skills, personality factors, or even behaviors. There are tests that even measure the fit of the person to the job. The whole point of the employee evaluation is to measure job performance. Many assessments are available to improve individual performance in the workplace. The value that these assessments have are vital to an organization, and this will highlight strengths and weaknesses, develop skill sets, and have insight into training and development, what the organization needs to benefit both the employee and the company. Assessments, evaluations, and performance standards and goals all work hand in hand when working towards the big picture goals of the organization. Mayhew, 2018. Performance assessments are a process, and for this to be effective, it needs to include goal setting, continuous feedback, coaching, and annual reviews. Some companies also include a professional development plan along with that. When employees know how they are doing and progressing in their career and closer to their goals, this affects the company in a positive way and leads to success in the organization. The Bridgespan Group, no date. It's not just that personality is important in retention and team building, it's integral. Owens, 2015. There are many different kinds of assessments available, which will improve performance in the workplace. The Standout 2.0, the LMAP 360, and the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator are just a few we have chosen to highlight. There is no doubt that good workplace assessments can help HR and talent development professionals place the right people in the right roles, decrease turnover rates, and increase employee loyalty. Ellis, 2016. Performance assessments are an invaluable tool that will help your company succeed. Thank you for listening to our presentation.